For many people living with chronic illness, stability is supposed to feel like relief. Symptoms calm down, appointments become less frequent, and the urgency that once drove everything starts to ease. From the outside, it looks like things are finally getting better. Inside, though, something can still feel unsettled. This phase can be confusing because it doesn't match expectations. You work hard to reach stability, yet peace doesn't automatically follow. Instead of feeling grounded, you feel anxious, disconnected, or unsure of yourself. That gap between what you expected and what you feel can leave you questioning your own reactions. This experience is far more common than people talk about. Many warriors describe feeling lost once the crisis phase ends. They are no longer fighting day to day, but they are not back to who they were before illness either. That in-between space often goes unnamed, which can make it feel isolating. Today, we are going to talk about that space. We will explore why stability can feel uncomfortable, what is happening beneath the surface, and how to move through this phase without rushing yourself or judging your emotions. This is about understanding what comes next and giving yourself permission to adjust at your own pace. Hello, warriors. This is Empowerment in Illness, and I'm your host, Gwen. So let's get into it. Living with chronic illness often involves repeated medical trauma, appointments, tests, procedures, and long stretches of uncertainty teach the body to stay alert. Over time, the nervous system adapts to expect disruptions, even when care is helping and symptoms begin to improve. During prolonged illness, the body operates in fight or flight to survive. Pain, flares, and unpredictability keeps the nervous system activated. This response is protective. It allows you to endure crisis, make decisions under pressure, and remain vigilant when stability feels fragile. When the crisis phase ends, many people expect their bodies to relax. Instead, they may feel restless, anxious, or tense despite medical improvement. This disconnect happens because the nervous system doesn't respond to improvement alone. It responds to consistency over time. The body learns that calm was temporary. It learned that progress can be interrupted without warning. As a result, it continues scanning for threats even when symptoms are quieter. Stability feels unfamiliar, not yet trustworthy. Medical trauma extends beyond clinical settings. It includes the emotional strain of advocating for care, navigating uncertainty, and carrying fear about future flares. These experiences shape how the body responds long after the immediate crisis passes. Understanding this reframes post-crisis anxiety. It is not a failure to appreciate improvement. It is a nervous system still operating on past experience. Stability becomes the beginning of healing, not the signal that healing is complete. After prolonged fight or flight, the nervous system does not return to calm on its own. It needs evidence. The body learns safety the same way it learns threats, through repeated experience over time. One calm day is not enough to undo months or years of vigilance. This is why early stability can feel fragile. The body watches closely, waiting to see if improvement will last. It pays attention to patterns, not intentions. Consistency matters more than reassurance. Predictable routines and gentle pacing begin to send signals that danger is decreasing. Relearning safety often feels slower than expected. You may notice moments of calm followed by sudden anxiety without a clear trigger. This back and forth is common. It reflects a nervous system, testing whether it is safe to stand down or whether it needs to remain alert. During this phase, forcing relaxation can backfire. Telling yourself to calm down or be grateful does not teach the body safety. Instead, it can increase frustration or self-judgment. Safety grows when pressure decreases, not when it intensifies. Small signals matter here. Regular sleep routines, constant meals, and honoring limits help the body recalibrate. These actions are not about discipline. They're about rebuilding trust between you and your body. Emotional safety matters just as much as physical stability. Feeling believed, supported, and unhurried reinforces the message that the crisis has passed. When emotional stress remains high, the nervous system may stay activated even if symptoms improve. This phase requires patience. The body is not resisting healing, it is learning a new reality. Stability becomes more comfortable when the nervous system experiences safety repeatedly without interruptions or punishment. As the body slowly relearns safety, attention begins to shift inward. When survival is no longer the primary task, questions about identity often rise to the surface. During crisis, illness organizes life. Decisions revolve around symptoms, appointments, and conserving energy. That structure, while exhausting, provides clarity. When stability holds, that structure loosens. You may feel yourself asking what you are supposed to focus on now. Without constant urgency, the sense of direction that once came from survival can fade. This can feel disorienting, especially if illness shaped your daily choices for a long time. Many warriors experience a sense of emptiness during this phase. The fight quiets down, but nothing has fully taken its place yet. This doesn't mean life lacks meaning. It means identity is shifting and has not settled into a new form. Emotional processing often follows this shift. Grief that was postponed during crisis may surface. You may begin to feel losses more clearly, including time, relationships, or plans that change because of illness. These emotions emerge now because there is finally space to feel them. This can create internal tension. On one hand, things look better. On the other hand, emotions feel heavier. That contrast can lead to self-doubt or confusion. It is important to understand that emotional timing does not match medical timing. Processing happens when the body feels safe enough to do so. This phase invites integration rather than resolution. You are not returning to who you were before illness. You are learning who you are now, shaped by experience but not defined by it. Allowing this identity to form slowly supports long-term stability and emotional health. As stability becomes visible, the way others relate to you often changes. Fewer appointments, more consistency, or improved energy can signal to people that the hard part is over. From the outside, it may look like you are ready to return to normal life. These perceptions can create unspoken expectations. Family, friends, or coworkers may assume increased availability or capacity without checking in. Responsibilities that were paused during illness may quietly return. This shift often happens without conversation, leaving you to manage that impact alone. This can feel especially difficult when your internal experience does not match external assumptions. While symptoms may be calmer, energy, confidence, or emotional processing may still be fragile. The mismatch between how you feel and how you are seen can create pressure to perform wellness. Many warriors respond by minimizing their needs. You may push yourself to meet expectations, fearing disappointments or misunderstandings. Over time, this can undermine the stability you worked hard to achieve, increasing fatigue or emotional strain. Learning to recognize this pattern matters. Stability does not require acceleration. Improvement does not erase the need for pacing. You are allowed to protect your energy even when others believe you are ready for more. Navigating this phase involves separating external expectations from internal readiness. When you respond based on your own capacity rather than appearance, stability becomes sustainable. This clarity helps preserve both your health and your relationships. The phase after stability requires a different way of living. You're no longer responding to constant crisis, but chronic illness still shapes your reality. This in-between space can feel uncomfortable because it lacks clear rules. There's no emergency to respond to, yet there is still care, pacing, and awareness required. Many people try to rush through this phase. They attempt to reclaim old routines quickly, hoping momentum will restore confidence or normalcy. Often, this leads to overexertion, emotional strains, or physical setbacks that make stability feel fragile again. Living well here means redefining what progress looks like. Progress is no longer about pushing through or proving resilience. It shows up as consistency, restraint, and thoughtful decision making. These choices protect the ground you have already gained. This phase also requires new habits. Survival strategies that work during crisis may no longer serve you, but letting go of them takes time. Building new rhythms slowly allows you to learn what supports your body and nervous system without forcing outcomes. Self-trust becomes central during this stage. You learn to listen to early signals instead of ignoring them. You adjust plans before reaching depletion. This isn't regression. It's refinement based on lived experience. Honoring the in-between means accepting that stability is not a destination. It is a process of learning how to live with more awareness and less urgency. When you allow this phase to unfold without pressure, stability matures into sustainability. This is where real stability starts to form, not in big milestones, but in the small choices you make every day to protect your energy and keep yourself from burning out. And now, a word from our sponsor. This episode is brought to you by Empowerment in Illness, a platform created to support people living with chronic illness through every phase of the journey, not just moments of crisis. If you are feeling lost after being diagnosed with lupus, Empowerment in Illness offers the roadmap, a guided resource with 4 clear stops designed to help you understand what comes next. The roadmap helps you move from confusion to clarity by breaking the early lupus journey into manageable steps that support education, advocacy, and self-trust. Empowerment in Illness also offers digital tools like My Voice Ally and My Flarecast to help you organize symptoms, prepare for appointments, and understand patterns in your health. Resources like the Paper Trail Medical Binder, the Empowerment from the Start Workbook, and journals such as The Quiet Power Within and Getting to Know My New Normal supports both practical organization and emotional processing. Everything we create was built by warriors for warriors. With the right tools and guidance, you can move through chronic illness with more confidence, autonomy, and steadiness. Be prepared. Don't panic. And now, back to the show. Before we leave, I would like to close with a special portion of the show I call Healing Heartbeats. This is where we allow ourselves to wallow in sorrow. Give yourself 3 minutes to laugh, cry, scream, cuss, or just sit in silence. Whatever you need to do to feel it, do it. Let the depression in for only 3 minutes. Once you've reached 3 minutes, compartmentalize it and get back to living. This is a rinse and repeat behavior. You cannot let depression take over because when it does, it will not let go. When you hear about the passing of someone, they have the day they were born and the day they pass away. There is a dash in the middle. It's not a long line, but a short dash. That dash represents your life. Go live in spite of having a chronic illness. Don't let your condition stop you. Stability after chronic illness can feel like a moment you've worked hard to reach, yet it often brings new questions instead of immediate peace. Feeling unsettled during this phase doesn't mean you are ungrateful or failing. It means your body and mind are adjusting after a long period of survival. This stage asks for patience and honesty. You are learning how to live without constant crisis while still respecting your limits, your energy, and your needs. That process deserves care and compassion, not pressure to move faster than you are ready. Give yourself permission to move at your own pace. Progress now looks like consistency, self-trust, and listening to what your body is telling you. These quieter forms of growth build a foundation that can actually last. Remember, you have the strength, the heart, and the support to continue your journey Be safe.